Morning, ladies. My name is Drew Lumpkin. I'm the Regional Director for United States Senator Mark Warner's office. I'm the Regional Director here for Hampton Roads. And I am the facilitator today for the 6 pillars of brain health. Hopefully that first breakout session for you ladies was edifying. I learned a lot out in the financial freedom. That was a great session. But I am going to quickly turn this over to Jane Carter. She's a volunteer for AARP Virginia. So let's give a round of applause.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, everybody. How we doing? Good. I want to welcome you to our session on the 6 pillars of brain health. And as Drew said, my name is Jane Carter. I am a member of the Virginia Beach chapter of AARP, chapter 5119. And I'm also a volunteer with the area Southeastern Virginia volunteers. And we do a lot of things in our community in Hampton Roads. That includes Newport News and Hampton, even Williamsburg. And what we do is respond to requests for organizations that want us to come in and speak about topics such as 6 pillars of brain health, scams, decluttering, and give opportunity for representation with those groups and answer their questions. I am a resident of the state of Virginia, born and raised, not Hampton Roads. It's past Roanoke where nobody knows where it is. Well, just past Withwell, before Abingdon. And I have been here in the Hampton Roads area for about 30 years now. It will be 30 years next year. I have a daughter, grown. She's a reading specialist. She taught at Larchmont Elementary and Coleman Place here in Norfolk. She also taught at CTEC in Virginia Beach. And August 1st, she moved to Northern Virginia to Woodbridge, and she's teaching at Martin Luther King Elementary. Have 2 grandchildren, both grown, and 3 great-grandchildren. So I take it very seriously when we're talking about brain health. As you can see, I'm a woman of a certain age. I am retired. I'm living the single life. However, with all of that, I have to keep in mind a serious routine in my day-to-day activities in order to keep my brain activity in a positive way so that I do not lose my creativity in the brain power. So we're going to talk to you today about the 6 pillars of brain health. And first of all, I want to give the disclaimer that this session is for information and education only. By no means should you use it as a substitute for medical treatment, diagnosis, or advice. So we will look forward to your hearing good information, but just know, always get the okay from your doctor before you make any serious adjustments to your daily life, okay? So, good news. This session today is about brain health for any age. It's always important to take a long, hard look at what we're doing in our day-to-day lives. So with brain health, regardless of your age, regardless of what you are doing, you want to make certain that you keep your cognitive brain level sharp. You don't want to lose anything. And our agenda today, the 6 pillars. Pillar number 1, be social. Pillar number 2, engage your brain. Pillar number 3, manage stress. Pillar 4, ongoing exercise. And pillar 5, restorative sleep And last, but certainly not least, pillar number 6, eat right. Okay, so this is what we're going to be talking about today. And I want some participation. I like interactiveness. So I don't know if you all noticed in your program, I don't know if I mentioned I'm a Toastmaster. I don't think I did. I did? Okay, so when I went through our agenda today, what did I find? But some icebreaker questions. And in Toastmasters, in order for a new member to do their first speech, it's called an icebreaker. It gives the new member opportunity to speak before the group, but it also gives the group an opportunity to learn about the new member. So we're in here all day today. Can we take a couple of minutes? I'm gonna say no more than 5. Do a couple of icebreakers, and I'm just gonna ask for you to raise your hand if you want to participate with this icebreaker, and we'll get to know each other a little bit more. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. All right, very good, very good. I love it. So since we have such an anxious participant, my first question is, name one thing on your bucket list.
One thing on my bucket list?
Yes, if you would stand, please.
Oh, right, I've got my toes down.
All right.
What's on my bucket list is to tour Egypt and my real bucket list in green would be to enter the Vatican Library and to read those.
Oh, absolutely. Before you sit down, it's Toastmaster. Once a Toastmaster, always a Toastmaster. Just give us your first name.
Oh, I'm sorry, my first name is Beverly Jeff.
Beverly,
Beverly Jeff.
thank you so much. I've got one of your bucket list items too. Egypt, yes, yes, yes. All right. Oh, I have another active person here. Okay. And just not, that's okay. You surely can be if you want to, if you're not already. All right, I'm gonna ask you to give us your first name and then I'll give you Jennifer. Okay. What's the greatest bit of advice a parent or mentor has given you? Amen. Amen. Absolutely. Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate that. One more, then we get on. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Her answer. Jennifer said to treat people kindly, be the person that you want to be. Treat them fairly. Okay. You're volunteering. This is our last question. Give us your name. Lori, if you could host a talk show, who would be your first guest? Bless you, bless you, bless you. Lori said she would like to have her late mother who passed away when she was 22 months old. That's beautiful. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. All right, we've got our agenda. We know what we're going to be talking about. We know each other a little bit. Hope we'll get to know each other a little bit more before the day is done. Well, maybe, maybe not. Let's see here. Okay. The importance of brain health. Can anybody tell me what's so important about having good brain health? I see a hand up over here. Yes, ma'am. Can you just stand and give us your name?
My name is Elsie, and the brain controls everything that goes on with your body.
She hit the nail on the head. Anybody else have something? I want to come back and just add a little bit to more of what Elsie said. Anybody else have any ideas? Elsie said, which you can repeat it again, it controls
everything that goes on in the body.
Everything that goes on in the body. Okay. Anybody else?
I'll come to you with the mic.
Yeah. Great.
My name is Margaret, and why brain health is more important than ever is because we need our brains to navigate the Medicare forms and the supplements.
I
All
love
that. Oh my gosh.
I love it. I love it. I love it. We laugh, but it's true. Just know that the brain is the most important organ in the human body. It determines how we communicate with one another, how we process our thoughts, how we learn to not only communicate, but make decisions. That's so important. And overall, it determines the usefulness of our lives so that we live productive lives. Okay? See if this works this time. Where's Drew? Oh, there we go. Pillar number 1, be social. I think we can all agree with that. I think it's the sum total of all of our lives as being social butterflies. Can anybody tell me some things that you do to be social, socially connected? Your brain is socially connected.
You're here today.
Amen. Thank you. And I see this is our president,
Yeah.
director of AARP or State of Virginia. Am I correct? I only see her on a screen, okay? But I know her face, but thank you for that information. Anybody else? Okay, I see a hand here.
Hi, I'm Deborah Brown, also doing a senior group.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there are plenty of activities for seniors these days, a lot more than there used to be. If you want to be active, there's a lot for you that you can do. I see the hand in the back, and then there's one I saw over on this side.
Hi, sir. I talk very loud. I am a child. I go to line dance class every
Yeah.
time. Yeah, I gotta remember all of those.
All right, all right, all right. I see the hand up here.
Mike Peter. I'm a member of AARP.
All right. Woo. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Did I hear one over here? Okay. Sorry.
Yes, if you have them, love on your grandchildren.
Yes, 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 yes. That will keep you young, active, so much fun.
It changed.
It did change? Okay. Being socially engaged, I think we all hit it on the head with the ideas that were given to us, but there's lots of opportunities, whether it's church, whether it's, I love the line dance. That covers 2 of our pillars right there. And you'll see later, you will see that, and guess what that might be? Exercise, yes. But being social is so important. We don't want to see anyone isolated in their homes and not having the ability to be out and communicate and be social with one another. So it's so important that we remain socially active. And again, it's not about the age. It can be a young person as well as a senior who might not be socially active. Our young people today are facing a lot of struggles, and they're finding themselves isolating without being involved. Thank you. Thanks. Without being involved with other people. And that's not good. That's not good, no matter what your age. All right, we covered that. Some social activities, I know for me, I think we had our president say, join the AARP. I'm a Toastmaster. And any other ideas for being socially active? No, they're all up there, they said. Yes, ma'am.
I specifically set up networking events to connect people.
Oh, you're a good person to know. Let me see your name, Courtney. She coordinates activities for networking to connect people. That is outstanding. And who knew something like that really? I mean, we know it exists, but we don't know that it exists. It's sometimes hard to find out about those kinds of resources that we have in the community. So thank you, Courtney. I don't know if do you have any information out on any of the tables about your networking?
I don't, but you can.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to give you AARP information so you can contact our state representative. Okay, thank you. That was great. And talking about resources for connection, AARP, I know I'm prejudiced, but I can't help it, because I'm just going to stop and say for a moment, for many years, 20 at least, I have paid dues to AARP. And I only thought it was for the discounts. And that's not true. I don't know. How many AARP members do we have in the room? Absolutely fantastic. I'm at home. I'm with family. But just know, if you get the emails from AARP, you see all the wonderful information that AARP provides. If you want to know more financial planning, that session that was before this one, about financial planning, AARP has information about financial planning, housing, rental, car rentals, you name it, AARP is going to have the information that you're looking for.
Advocacy too. Advocacy for issues.
Absolutely. And you just reminded me a piece that I didn't talk about myself. I'm a part of the Virginia Advocacy Group. And we're looking at what's going on in Richmond, how are our legislators thinking and acting, not only about senior citizens, about everybody, but we have some senior issues that we are addressing right now. One is like the nursing home. That's our most recent one, the nursing home issues. And it's serious. It's serious. So we need advocates. So guess what, folks? You got advocates.
I just learned today that the population was from 16 and up. 18. Okay. So the table when I'm not.
I have two granddaughters that are members, by the way.
All right.
So I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, with AARP in general, there's no longer age limitation. Okay, remember, I joined when I said I was 50. Well, yeah, I mean, then I think it started at 55. It started at 55 and I kept waiting. I waited those 5 years patiently. So I joined when I turned 50. But guess what? There are no limitations now, at least 18 years of age. And it does make sense. You know, why wait till you're 50 to start looking at your senior issues? You know, you can start planning in advance about the things that are going to concern you when you get 50. And we are a welcoming family. We would love to have anyone, any age to join us. Our AARP Virtual Community Center events. There's our website. If you go to aarp.org, you can pretty much find, it's a real user-friendly website. You can find what you're looking for. This last one I had to do research on when I saw this because I was not familiar with it, but it's the aarp.org friendly voice. And if anyone knows anyone who is living alone, they're isolated, they just want to talk to somebody. They just want to talk to a friendly voice. And you can call that number. And there will be someone to talk with that person, find out about what's going on in their lives. They may be having some serious problems. Do a little research with them and help them out with the problems they might have. Yes, ma'am.
My name is Tyrell. And one of the questions about the friendly voice thing that's new to me, I'm not familiar with it, but from the veteran side of the house,
Mhm.
do they have someone who's prepared to hear? Like psychologist or something along that line, who can manage that?
Okay, where did our president go? I know we do have issues that are specifically related to veterans. So I'm going to say yes to your question. And if you didn't hear her, if you're a veteran and you have veteran questions, can this friendly voice line help that person? And I say yes. It may take some resources, some steps to get from the regular hotline to a veteran person who is familiar with veteran concerns and needs, but it can be done.
Thank you.
Okay.
To say that anytime you go to AARP.org, there'll be this little magnifying glass, that you see when you need to search for something. And if you search for military or military families, it'll take you right to the site that
Right.
you might want to go to.
Right.
That topic and any topic
Right.
will work the same way.
Exactly. Exactly.
Go to AARP.org/veterans.
Yes.
All of the things that we have to offer for
Yes.
veterans, military families.
Yes, and I know veterans personally that are AARP members, so I know that there are ways to address veterans' concerns. Okay? Engage your brain. What do you think that means? Engage your brain. Yes, ma'am.
My name is Charlita. For me, I actually survived a brain aneurysm 5 years ago. And so many of the ways that I engage my brain regularly, puzzles, I'm a voracious reader, trying new things. The Women's Brain Health Initiative, which was started in Canada, but actually has an office here in the United States.
Right.
They do a lot of like brain health challenges, so learning how to do things with your dominant hand.
Right.
Is a huge way to engage your brain.
Yeah.
Focus differently.
Yeah.
Learning a foreign language, an instrument, things like that. So I do a little bit of all of that.
Right. Thank you for sharing that. I mean, that is a true demonstration of how we engage our brains. I think when we take the opportunity to learn new things, learning is forever. You know this, right? It is forever. So you can't just have a cutoff point. I'm not going to learn anymore. No, it's forever. So for me, I have taken on learning another language, Spanish, with Babbel. And I love how it's set up because it's not real taxing. They send me reminders. You want to pick up where you left off yesterday? And reviews. And I love it. So I can do it in my own time. I absolutely love it. And I heard somebody were talking about dancing. I think I just love dancing. Yes. Over there. Learning a new dance step. Good for you. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Arlene, and I have two things that I'm working with. First of all, I started taking violin lessons.
Whoa.
And I think about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, I had a violin. And I said, I can either try to sell it or I can try to
Learn to play it. Yep.
So I will never be free. It's a learning, it's like grinding.
Right.
It's like a learning
Right.
process.
Right.
And the other big challenge is, my husband decided for my 70th birthday to give me a Mac laptop.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a challenge.
later, I'm still.
Well, let me just remind everybody, thank you for sharing that. But you know, nothing beats a failure but a try. Okay? So you keep try, and try again. Okay? And remember, we're continuing to learn. So, you know, we really don't have an excuse. Engage your brain. Now, here's some ideas that we're talking about to engage your brain. This talks about teaching a class. I mentioned learning a new language, new dance, but anything and everything is an opportunity to engage your brain. It really is. Reading, going to the movies. We at AARP have movies for grown-ups. And it's awesome. There are some of the movies, we don't have a choice in the movies, but most of the time they're pretty good. But it covers two areas. It's the social aspect of it, as well as engaging your brain. So you could see how these 6 pillars, they flow into each other. And you might be thinking you're doing one, but you're actually doing 2. Manage stress. Who amongst us does not deal with stress? Okay, every day, we are dealing with stress in one form or another. Tell me, what are some ways that you deal with stress? And everybody needs to listen up for this because we all need to hear any tips we can get.
Exercise.
And that is coming from Courtney. Exercise. I see hands popped up. Okay, 1, 2, and there was somebody behind you.
I'm Liz. Learn how to say no.
Whoa. Did everybody hear?
Yes.
Just say no. Okay, all right. Yes, ma'am.
I'm Ruth. I get a massage every month.
Okay. Okay, and it's worth every penny. There's one behind her.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Peggy. I pray.
Yes. Yes.
Prayer. I gotta lift up.
Yes.
Things like
Yes.
that. Oh my God.
Yes. 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 Absolutely. Absolutely. I cannot begin my day, and that includes going to the bathroom, until I have said my prayers and ask God for allowing me to see another day. All right. Okay. Right there. And then the black hat is second. Okay.
So biggest lessons that I learned in controlling stress by the time I got to my age was to put a guard over your mouth and watch what comes out.
Put a guard over your mouth and watch what comes out. Amen. And back behind her and then you. Okay. Wow. Wow.
I have to write it out because if I don't write it out.
I love it. Journaling is so important. And I used to do it as a child when they called them diaries, but I don't do it as much, but those thoughts, those memories, if you don't write it down, it's lost to history. And so you'll never know about it. Okay, I see the young lady right here. What, did you have your hand up? Yes. And then, okay.
Hello, my name is Angela. And one of the ways that I recommend a little stress is gratitude. I'm a big journal. Gratitude, when you focus on things that you have and thank you.
Yeah.
When you focus on your blessings, you'll find have more things.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes. My Toastmaster saying is, put more gratitude in your attitude. And right, there was behind, yes, ma'am, yes.
My name is Jennifer, and we garden. I'm out in the garden, a lot of nature, and as well,
Yes.
really my stress. But
Yes.
I'm going to house.
Jennifer is gardening, okay? And I think we had someone over here, then I'll come back to you.
one of the things I'm challenged with right now is health issues. And one of my health issues is related to my breathing. So I have to remind myself to breathe.
Absolutely, absolutely. And did you know we do not use the full capacity of our lungs? We do not breathe deeply enough, often enough. And the same goes with our brain. We only use about 30+% of our brain every day. So good point taken. I hope everybody remembers that.
My name is Amber, and my tip, which goes with the last couple, is just meditating and quieting the mind.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Well, here are a few of our AARP tips for managing stress. I think I heard somebody say earlier, exercise. And I love this one. I have to say this one. Let a smile, put a smile on your face. It don't cost you nothing. And guess what? You'll meet and greet and make new friends. Okay? And I'm looking at the time. He hasn't come to stop me yet, so I guess I'm doing okay. Okay. All right. We're only at pillar number 3. We have had such good conversation. I love it. All right, here's the good one. Ongoing exercise. How many exercise on a regular basis every day, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 0 times a week? How many times? 3 times? How many minutes? 30? Good. That's very good. Yes, ma'am.
My name is Janet. I have survived stage 4 cancer.
Yes. Yes.
In the one place I feel normal and forget about health issues every day, like my focus is doing exercise in the gym for at least an hour, 5 times a week.
Wow. 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 That's awesome. Yes. 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 Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing that. We have one more. Go, Miss Dorothy. And then we're going to go down here with the green shirt. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I used to not exercise because I thought I was real thin and healthy. But I went to a city, AARP, and they told us how to exercise when you're doing anything. And one of them is I'm making coffee in the morning, do one of these against the wall. If I'm anything I do, I have to try and exercise.
Make it
at
an
least
exercise.
5 of them. So even though I haven't gotten that figure yet, do that, and I feel good. How many times a week? I don't know, but I make a lot of coffee.
That's creative exercise 101. All right, down in the green top.
Hi, my name is Melanie, and one of the exercises I love doing is washing my car.
Oh, yeah. That's good exercise. That is good exercise. Well, AARP recommends 150 minutes per week of exercise. But don't let that 150 throw you, okay? Break it up, break it down. 10 minutes. I heard 30 minutes. You can do it as long as you're moving. Keep it moving, please. One of the best things that I heard, I read an article that talked about after you finished a meal, walk 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. And you would not believe how good you feel because you've eaten that meal, suddenly you feel a little bit lighter, you're not feeling bloated, you're not feeling sleepy. And for digestion, absolutely, thank you. Absolutely. So as little as 2 minutes after a meal can help you out, okay? Ongoing exercising, I think we've named them all. I always say walking is the best thing that you could ever do. because it's free, doesn't cost you nothing. You can almost do it anytime, any place, anywhere, and get that exercise in. So walking is one of my favorites. Anything else beyond walking, I'm probably gonna be not good. But Tai Chi is something I took those classes a while back and I dropped them only because I was going through a divorce. But anyhow, Tai Chi is awesome. It stretches. It's not the calisthenics that we think of, jumping jacks and all that. It's very slow motion, very calming. And I would say, I'm going to go back to Tai Chi. I'm going to join again and do Tai Chi. Restorative sleep. How many can tell me honestly that you get 8 hours of sleep every night? Whoa, whoa, huh? Straight 8 hours. Straight 8 hours. Other than maybe have to go to the bathroom. I mean, no. That's not many of us. 8 hours of sleep is so important. Tell me why 8 hours of sleep is important. Why is it important? Somebody said, I heard that. I don't need that long. Well, I'm with you because I'm a 4 to 5 hour sleep person. Yes, ma'am. Step up so everybody can hear you. And there's no right or wrong.
Because your brain regenerates itself during the 8 hours.
You're absolutely right. Think about it, folks. Through the course of a given day, everything that we do, all the work, the cooking, the laundry, maybe you got a 9 to 5, all that you do, when it comes nighttime, you should lay your head down, get some rest, because you need to restore the energy that you use from that day so that tomorrow you can rise and shine with a smile on your face and you're ready to run. And we need that. Yes, ma'am.
I don't get 8 hours straight at one time, but I actually schedule, especially after the aneurysm, because they told me I would need to rest my brain more. I actually schedule a nap. So I don't get the 8 hours.
Right.
But I do schedule a 30 to 45 minute nap each day, and it works wonderful.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed, I've read some, I can't remember what the actual number is, but we literally have in excess of like 10,000 thoughts a day, every single day. And that's another way that our brains are being stressed.
Right.
And so breaking up, for me, breaking up that energy that the brain has expelled by taking a nap, even for 30 or 45 minutes, it's like wiping the canvas clean.
Right.
And restoring in a way that allows you to manage the second half.
Exactly. Preach, my sister. Preach. Because when you think about it, the lives that we live in today's world, they weren't my mama's lives, okay? It's much more stressful. And you really, really, really have to take that opportunity to rejuvenate anyway. And I love naps. Now that I'm retired,
I'm not retired, and a good nap doesn't hurt nobody.
But it doesn't. I wanted to say that even if you're working, you can sit at your desk, close your eyes. You get 15-minute breaks, you get lunch breaks. You could just close your eyes and meditate and just let it go. Let it go. So better sleep, restorative sleep, they recommend 7 to 8 hours, but you heard some good tips here on how we can maybe do less than at night, but get a nap during the day, find some other creative ways to allow your body to rest and relax. Yes, ma'am.
One thing I see that you have up there, and I try to maintain, is to have a regular sleep time. So I set my devices, so it's like, okay, it's time to start shutting down.
Right.
It makes a real difference.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. She is so right. And the other thing to go along with that, shut down the lights. And I don't mean just the lights up above. I mean the cell phone, the TV, you know, the laptop, all of that. Shut it down. You don't need light in your room when you're trying to sleep. It will only disrupt your sleep. So put cell phone away, turn it off. I have mine sometime under my pillow, but I've stopped doing that. I don't want, because it's a lot of light. It's a lot of light. And another thing is limit your drinks about 3 hours before you go into bed, because there's nothing like getting in a sound sleep, sleeping good. That dream is good. And bam, you gotta hop up. It's nothing like that. But I'm being serious now. Limit the drinks, and especially anything that's got caffeine in it, because it's only gonna keep you awake. All right, this is my favorite. Eat right. Now, how many of you think you eat right every day? Every day. Not every day. You got to have a little playtime, right? I know you do. And you have to take it seriously.
And so for me, the whole way, like I stopped, the doctor didn't impose it, but I stopped eating meat a year ago.
Mhm.
And one of the things that I have done is, when you talk to a dietitian, nutritionist, et cetera, they always talk about having lots of color on your plate.
Right.
And so I've never had an issue with eating vegetables, and fruits and all that, but I literally, again, in my post-operative days, especially when I didn't want to eat at all, I told myself I am eating for life.
Right. Absolutely.
And so everything,
Absolutely.
like, I don't eat table salt. I don't, I am very intentional
Right.
of what I put in my mouth.
Yes.
And I literally take it through the lens of I am eating for life.
All my
Because
life.
it's not
Exactly.
just- the foods that we eat don't just directly impact our bodies from the neck down.
Mhm.
They do actually start the neck up in
Right.
the brain. And
Exactly.
so we eat a lot of sugar,
Exactly.
salt, it drains your energy, it impacts your ability to process and think clearly.
Right.
So people, I drink coffee, but not in excess. But it's like the people are like, oh my God, I gotta have 10 cups of coffee. They can't, even the non-caffeinated has a little bit of caffeine.
Right. It does.
So the more you're feeding that to your brain, you're actually taking away the energy stores that your brain has to process stress, difficult situations, difficult tasks, et cetera, throughout the day. So you have to balance that with a lot of color, vegetables that are nutrient dense, and like blueberries, fruits, and things that also antioxidants that also have like that secondary benefit to being non-cancer, cancer fighting, things like that. So that when people talked about being a survivor, so for me, I take it through the lens of I'm eating for life.
Right. And no truer words could be said. I love you talked about the colors. I call it the rainbow plate. On your plate, you should have a variety of colors of fruits and vegetables for the healthy benefits of what you put into your body. I remember, I guess now it's been not quite 30 years, but I'm a coffee drinker. I got it from my daddy because that was the first thing he would have first thing in the morning was a good, strong, black cup of coffee. Well, I can't do that. So in my coffee, I just put a little coffee in my cream and sugar. And then I found out I was diabetic. I had to change my whole way of looking at what I put in my mouth. Well, let me tell you something I just learned recently about those creamers, and I gotta have to let it go because he's giving me the 5-minute warning. Look at the ingredients on those creamers. There's no milk in them. There's just all of these terms that you can't pronounce and you don't know what it is. So I have gone to almond creamer
Okay.
or soy. Don't see as much soy. Almond.
Bring it back.
No. Just, yeah. But you know, those are the simple things that we sometimes take for granted in our lives is what we're putting in our bodies. Water. I love water. I will take water over Coca-Cola anytime. And there was a day I love my Coca-Cola. But water is my thing now. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. My voice can go.
Okay, take it down.
My name is Sarita. I had 2 brain surgeries this year. One of the things that I learned in terms of eating right is to understand what my body is, what do we call it, inflammatory. Thank you. My name is Sarita. And I just said I had 2 brain surgeries earlier this year. One of the things my doctor told me about is to watch out for inflammation.
Yes.
And so it's important, not just that you eat the rainbow, but that you know what can cause your body to become inflamed so that you can eliminate that from your diet.
Absolutely. You can give that to. That is so true. And that's something I face as a diabetic is inflammation. So, yes, ma'am.
The one thing that I've learned over the years is to read the labels. Yeah, that's so important.
Yes.
Look at food, and like, oh, this is.
Yes.
Look at it, it's got
Yes.
like 1,000 milligrams of
Mhm.
sodium. I can't do that.
Exactly.
I read the labels.
Right.
And
Right.
it eliminates my whole body.
Absolutely.
Hey, Jane, I hate to cut this off, but do you have any concluding thoughts for us?
I say some of the testimonies that I've heard here from the ladies, I wish we could all get together and write a book and share some of the experiences you have had.
There's a lot of wisdom in this room.
Lot of wisdom. I appreciate it.
So I would like to present Jane with a gift on behalf of the Senator and ODU. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And we're going to take a 10-minute break. Our keynote speaker is going to start in 10 minutes. It's Captain Days. She's
Don't wanna
amazing if
miss
you haven't
her.
heard it.
Right.